Hi, this is Mary Kay. Thank you for tuning in on YouTube to see a Zoom class on painting a poinsettia. This is the poinsettia that I'm going to be using as my basis for this painting, although I'm not going to be tracing it exactly. And we can see that the center flowers are yellow and light green around them, and then there's a little space before the petals start because they have little stems. I think these are called bracts. And the shape of them is this beautiful round shape with those beautiful points. So since the flowers are not perfectly white, and my piece of paper is perfectly white, the first thing I'm going to do is put a very light pink and salmon-y color on my piece of paper. So this is a piece of Arches paper. It's 5 by 7, and then it's taped with 3/4 inch tape so that it's 3.5 by 5.5. And what I'm going to do is mix some permanent rose and some Hansa Yellow Medium or Bumblebee, the same. It's PY97 until I get sort of just a kind of a salmon-y pink color. And I'm just going to put it all over, but I don't want it solid. I want it a little streaky, just so there's just a little color on this white paper. I definitely want it to go to the edges of the tape. And then where I'm pointing, that's where I'm going to put my center. So even though that's the darkest spot on the painting right now, what I'm going to do is just lift that up with a paper towel so that I have a little white area in there to put those yellows. So that's the first step. Okay.
Mary Kay, I can't hear you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
So the next step is to put in our centers with Hansa Yellow Medium, nice and clean. And I have so I'm just going to pick this spot. I mean, it could be any of these 4 spots, but I'm just going to pick this one. And I just put some dots. And then just get a little bit of Antwerp blue and put it into that little yellow puddle, and that'll make a beautiful light green. And then just paint in around those. And it'll sort of blur, and it looks like that. And that's the center. That's where we'll be starting from. So this is probably the most important step right here, is to pick where you want to put your first petal out. And I'm going to go ahead and kind of use this one as an example. And I'm going to take a petal and I'm going to make it come from a route right here and out and in. So I just take this pale pink color that I used on the background. I'm using my number 10 brush. I can touch my paper towel. Oops, here, let me pin this for. Here we go. So I can twist this around. I'm just gonna, so from right here, here's the first step. So I'm just gonna make, that's the shape of that leaf. And then very quickly, I get water and I just soften this out so that it goes from nothing. That's the very first step. Then I do the other side. I have a different light on me today. Comes out and then does the little point. Again, I go to the water and then I just use that water to soften this edge so that it goes to nothing. Like that. That's that one. And then I can do another one, say over here, make it a slightly different shape. It just starts a little bit away from the center. Just soften it. And then I get a little bit more water and I just make this edge go to nothing, clear out to the tape. And then one more here. This is dry, so I can paint on it. And I can make it have a little, funkier shape. And again, I soften it. So I can do about 2 leaves. You have to do one side at a time because it can't dry on the paper at all. And then I'll blow dry this while everyone's painting it. Now the next, I'm going to put one more leaf in. The one that I'm going to put in is this third one that's still going to be on top. And I don't want it to go straight out this edge here. I'm going to make it go out a little lower. So I'm going to mix up a little more paint. That's a little, try and keep it the same color. Okay, that's pretty bright. I'm going to add more water to that. Touch my paper towel. Okay, so this leaf that I'm going to do is start here and it's going to go out the page. So there. Now when I soften this one, if I get over to this one here, I stop. I don't go over the top of it. And try to get that to go to nothing, out, all the way out. That's one side. Then I do the other side. This one goes to nothing. And if I need to make it blend way over here, I don't go over the one I just painted already. So there's 3 leaves. So now the next one, where it starts to go underneath one of these 3, and I'm gonna just put one that starts here and goes behind this one and out to here, and a bigger one, because the small leaves in the center are, well, they're small in the center and then they get bigger as they go out. So I'm gonna get my paint loaded in my brush, touch my paper towel, and then I'm going to, I'll just start about here, and this is a big leaf. Goes out like that. That's one side. And then I'm brushing this with water. And when I get to this leaf, I stop. I don't paint over it. So there's one side of my big leaf. And now I'm gonna, it's got a little stem. Then it touches that one. And then comes out here. So this, I'm gonna just touch. And then here, this one goes. I can make this be a little bit pointier. Poinsettias, because they are, maybe that's where they get the name. So then, do you think that's what it is?
I would think so.
Because they have points, poinsettias. Okay, so that's that leaf. I think I'll stop, because that's an important one when you first put that first one underneath the others. So the next step is just to start adding in more and more layers of these leaves. They're all going behind. So I'm going to pick another spot. I think I'll just go over here. This one's gonna, I don't want it to go straight out this corner. Here, let me get that in view. So I'm gonna have it go behind this one and then go out this way. I'm breaking the rule. I did both sides at once, but I can do that if I'm fast. Okay, so there was one that tucks behind. I'm going to do one in here that goes behind both of these. Starts here, but goes behind both those. It's going to be bigger. Making these each a little bit bigger. Now I'm doing both sides because I'm going a little faster, which you can do if you are fast. I added 2. These have to be dry when you put these in. Okay, so I'm going to do one in here now. This is dry, so I'm gonna dry real fast and put that one in. So I have a spot here. I like, in this painting that I did, there was a leaf coming out of the side there. So I'm gonna get that one in after I put in a couple more. So I'm gonna put one here, a big one that goes behind this one. I am cheating on all of these now. I'm doing both sides at once. I'll put another big one over here. I want to put one here first. So this one's going to go from here, here. This is just water that I put there. I'm going to dry this. I'm going to put this one coming this way. Oh, that's kind of wild. I like it. They need to be a little bit different. And then if I have one that kind of comes here, I like that one. Kind of coming out at a weird angle from these guys. So I think that's a good amount. So there's the beautiful pink flowers. I'm gonna put my camera back here down to my card. Take my number 10 brush. I've used up all my paint, so it's just permanent rose and a tiny bit of bumblebee. More. All right, there, that's pretty close. So I'm just gonna pick one of these leaves. I'm gonna start here and sort of brush it down. And now I'm using the side of my brush, the belly of the brush. And so I made a vein because I didn't put any paint there. Now I'm gonna see if I can scrape a couple of, oh, that wasn't good because I had used blue paint last time I used that. I had a little blue line there. Oh, I got a blue line. And now I'm gonna go ahead and do this one here. So I just paint a little dark color down the center, and then using I just scrape it out. Make sure my scraper is clean. That's got a little bit more yellow in it, I think, than the rest of the painting, so I'm gonna add a little more pink to that. That's better color. Okay, and I just add to this one now. So I'm just adding positives now to the center of these leaves. And I can do a little scraping or and I'm just gonna keep going till I have a little bit of color on all of these. So those three were the top ones, but this one here, which is underneath one, I wanna make sure I know it's obvious to you that I just stop before I get to that leaf so that I'm painting underneath it. And I just keep going around till I have a little bit of color on all of the leaves. So I'm just going to keep adding a little bit of color to all these leaves now that I've painted negative. I've got the camera on the poinsettia where we can see the dark greens in and around the light yellow flowers there. And then there's a nice green poking here and over here. So that's the feeling we want on our painting. So I'm going to mix a dark green. I don't make you too seasick with my moving of my phone here. Okay, so the dark green then is going to be Antwerp and burnt sienna, which is my favorite green. If any of you, as all of you who know me know, I still think it's the most beautiful green. Get it nice and dark. Burnt sienna and Antwerp blue. There it is. This takes kind of adding the right amounts till you get the green that you want. All right, so I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna add in dark greens around my I'm going to actually just add a little paint with a little water here because I think that's a little much. There's dark greens around that. And then I can figure out where I want to put in a leaf that's showing. Maybe right here is a good spot. Here would be a good spot, maybe in here. Here would be a really easy, the easiest one to be right here. Okay, so this is positive. I'm just painting the green leaf. I guess it's the brack, the green brack comes there. And I can use my scraper. The bracks have they have a vein down the center and the ones that come off too. Maybe there would be one right here. There's one too. I think this will be a good spot in here. So we don't want to overdo this, but this is really what that gives it the pow. Here. You have to look at your painting and just decide where you're going to put these green bracks out, dark greens. There's 3 of them. And I want them all, every single spot. I could put a 4th in right here. I want them all exactly the same distance apart. That's, yeah, so there's a little, that's good. And then the very last piece that I did on this card up here is not so much that I put in a lot of dark greens. I just sort of suggested that there was some green out here by putting more water in my brush and then just sort of dirtying up that big area of pink with some more green. Maybe over here. Maybe here.
Boy, that really ties it all together, doesn't it?
Just the last little bit.
Yes.
It does, yeah. And that's it. I can take my tape off. I didn't sign it. I wish I had signed it at some point. I'm trying to take the tape off. Fumbling. There it is. There's my card. Like that. Oh,
Lovely.
I like it. I like it. It looks fresh and it looks like a poinsettia and it reminds me of my mom.
Yeah,
Gorgeous.
nice.
Thank
Very
you.
pretty.
Mine has this tape on it, but I can show it.
Okay.
Where am I? Oh, there I am.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Nice.
Oh, you just got the feel of it so beautifully. That's
Thank you.
gorgeous painting.
Thank you.
I like your petals.
Mm-hmm.
It's vacuuming.
Oh, pretty.
All right, Chris, I'm going to pin you.
That's pretty, Chris.
Oh, Chris, it's beautiful.
Just a minute, where is it?
How
Oh.
big is it, Chris? 8 by 10?
Okay of them.
Oh my goodness, that's a lot of them. Beautiful.
Wow.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
just lovely. That's a beautiful technique, and you just, yeah. Your greens are nice and bright, so they feel very festive, Christmassy, cheerful. We like that, Chris. We like cheerfulness. Good.
Are you going to have a class next week, Mary Kay?
I am going to take next week off. So
Okay.
both Wednesday and Friday, and then I'll resume in a week.
Okay.
I didn't get my greens in. I got a little distracted, but
Yeah, but your petals are all lovely. So when you get your greens in, take a picture and put it on the email.
okay, I will do that.
Very good. Well,
Arlene,
Yes,
did you show yours?
I did.
Oh, sorry.
want to see it again, Penny?
Sure.
Okay, okay. Where am I? I
Oh,
don't know
yeah,
where I am.
Yes.
I did see it. You're right. That's beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah, that turned out nice.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
I think we did see everybody, Mary Kay.
Okay, Penny. Thanks for helping me keep track of that. Well, then I will say goodbye.
Okay. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy
Yeah, happy
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
I'll see you guys in a week.
Okay.
Great.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks,
yeah.
Mary Kay.
Everybody's
Thank you.
safe and have a happy Thanksgiving.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.